Hey, what's up, Tamers? It's Dev from DevsUtopia here, and I'm here with Auster. He just got done coming in first place at Mike's Comics and Games, second store championship, well, third store championship. It was set 6 legal, and he won. He won with Mastemon, Mastemon and Dynasmon to be more exact. So just Mastemon Yellow and everything. And I got him to agree somehow to just let me record his video. This deck profile. I don't get why he said yes. This is like the secret tech, isn't it? You're just willing to give me all your secrets at this point.
Oh, you mean the secrets that you helped make?
Oh, well, yeah, you're right. So anyway, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's the proof right there. He already opened it, as you can see. You know, Mike's Comics and Games is located in Michigan, and they actually had 2 store championships in a row. They had one Saturday and this previous Sunday as of recording this video. So yeah, just go ahead and show us how you won.
Alright, let's start off with the eggs. We played one of the new digimon because it gains a memory when you're at exactly 3 security. And we played 4 Upamon because it's Upamon and it draws you a card. And you need filter.
And drawing cards. Wow, that's so important, isn't it, huh?
Turns out drawing cards is good.
Yeah.
As for the rookies, 3 of the new Pulsemon. It gives jamming. It gets you to your magic number 3. 3 of promo Pulsemon. It's promo Pulsemon.
You still got to use it.
Yeah.
It's yellow. You still got to use it.
3 Starmon because it's really good with removal and combos with Angelomon. 2 Tapirmon because it gives additional draw. 2 Bushimon. Bushiagumon.
Right.
Rush Digimon. 1 Luce for recovery and 1 Pata for recovery.
This just comes in handy, all of this, you know. It's like, yellow is still yellow. This time we just have more options other than just playing Lord Nightmon all the time. So, turns out, right?
Going into the level 4s. 4 Pidomon because blockers are only useful if you have more than 1 because they just explode this format.
Oh, tell me about it.
3 Lizardmon to keep it your turn. 2 Mimicmon to keep it your turn when you revive it with Masty. And 2 Gatomon for recovery and blocker because you're playing Mastemon.
It becomes a blocker when you have a purple Digimon and everything. That's not hard, especially when you have all of these new cards that just, you know, gain you a memory for just interacting with the security.
For Angelomon,
he's not sparkling yet, but soon the mail will come.
Mail will come.
First anniversary looks amazing.
Yep. Best level 5 in the deck. 2 Recovery Angelomon because you're killing yourself with Pulsemon.
See, look, the starter deck is still worth something.
And 2 Rise Greymon because the Inheritable is nice and we run a decent amount of Tamers in this deck. On to level 6s. This may seem weird, but I'm only running 3 Mastemon because I always find all the copies of Mastemon in my hand. So I only need 3. And so I upped it to 3 Dynasmon because I never saw Dynasmon in testing.
And the Dynasmon also searches as well and everything. It's an amazing effect. Oh, and just a quick disclaimer, because a lot of people don't really read cards. So yeah, if you take a damage at 4, Dynasmon still kind of goes off. Because remember, you take a damage, and if you're at 3 or less, you can recover.
Yep. It's a little awkward to keep yourself at 3, but luckily it's an optional effect.
Yep.
And him dumping 4 cards to the graveyard really does help enable Mastemon. 2 Wargrave for field control and restanding.
And guys, again, paired with the new Pulsemon, giving it jamming is really helpful, especially against this meta where we have to worry about, like, you know, Bond of Bravery, Bond of Friendship, or just anything that's over 11, or just 11.
Low base DP. As for the Tamers, 2 TK and Kari and 2 TK. TK is still a nuts card, fixes hand in early game. Memory Tamer sets you to 3. TK and Kari surprisingly useful. The neg one comes in handy a lot more situations than you would expect. And you're killing yourself in this deck, so you often have less security than your opponent. So just being set to 5 and then having all yellow privilege memory gain really, really helps out.
And at the same time and everything, it really, like, dissuades people from just, you know, swinging at you really early. If you have it early, at least stop me from like, oh wait, hold up, I don't want to give them a bajillion memory this early in the game, especially if you do a turn 1.
Yep. And really useful when you just summon it out with Rise. And lastly, 4 option cards. 2 Blinding Ray, because it's Blinding Ray. Also, Blinding Ray with Dynasmon is just hilarious, especially if you have a Wizardmon on your stack. You just gain 3 memory.
And still recover.
And MVP of this entire tournament, double Wyvern's Breath, because, surprise, surprise, one of this deck's worst matchups is Hexablamon. This kills Hex. Another bad thing is people that just run through your security with multiple security checks. This kills most of them.
Yeah. No, like the biggest thing about Wyvern's Breath, although it's the -15 and all that, yes, there are some decks that can go over 15, but, you know, most times I don't, like, you don't play that many option cards and all this other stuff and all that. So they're most likely going to hit another Digimon if they do survive the neg 15. And hopefully they're just going to die. Because isn't that what happened with your Jesmon match, actually, right?
Yep. Game 2 against Jesmon, he swung in my security for 16 with 2 checks and restanding. And he hit Wyvern's Breath first and then a Wizardmon and exploded.
It's freaking great. Well, now it's like, wait, almost every color, well, half of the colors now have a Gaia Force. And I mean, like, honestly, that's what I keep calling it. Just yellow Gaia Force. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, my personally favorite Gaia Force.
Yeah, you know, just breathe on people, man.
Yeah, because it's a neg effect, so they did not die to card effect.
Yep. All right, guys, we're going to just quickly go into the combos and favorite plays, or favorite stacks and all that. So with the magic of editing, you won't even notice that we were gone. And we're back with some more just preferred combos, preferred stacks and everything to give you guys some more advice when it comes to playing this deck. You know, deck profile, again, we're not trying to keep you guys here too long. This is the main way of just helping you guys understand this deck so y'all can take it to whatever regional or even you guys just store championships and have more confidence when you play this deck. All right, just take it away, Auster.
All right, we're going to start with my favorite Yellow or Greymon stack. Upamon, Tapirmon, Wizardmon, Rise Greymon, and War Greymon. This is the stack that I like to use for just general removal purposes, and because when your opponent likes to go wide, it's nice to have multiple sources of negging and removal. The T-Can Kari's neg 1 effect here really comes in handy because Rise Greymon is not a once per turn neg. So when you swing a 4 gray, neg 6, neg something else by 2, if it's an annoying rookie that has 3 KDP, you can just tap here and it's dead. Or if you're going for a level 4 with 5 KDP, you can, if he survives, swing again, -4 with this because this activates twice, and -1 with this to make a neg 5. It's just really good for general removal, board culling. You also gain a memory off of Wizardmon and draw a card off Tapirmon and draw off of Upa if you're at low enough security, and he takes off 1, so it's not that hard. A good alternative to this stack is adding in Andrewomon, because Andrewomon is also not once per turn, and summoning a Starmon off of her or a Bushiagu to push for game is really, really useful. I got game in 1 turn by just summoning double Bushiagumon off of my War Greymon swings and swung through all of that. Another nice stack if you have your graveyard set up. I don't know why I moved that. Upamon's still here.
And repeat, also.
And repeats. Wizardmon. I personally still like Andromon is best level 5 in the deck. So Masty being 4 to Digivolve is kind of awkward, but since you trashed a card off the top of your security stack, Wizardmon will just gain you 1, making her 3. And if you really, really need to keep it your turn, you can revive Mimicmon from your graveyard, which I forgot to grab.
Oh yeah, that mighty 2-of.
Mighty 2 of Mimicmon. Mimicmon says if you have 3 or less security on play, gain 2 memory. So there have been plenty of times when my opponent said, haha, I've memory choked you to 1. You can't do anything this turn. And I've just had a Wizardmon, Digivolved into Mastemon, revived a Mimicmon from grave, and just gained 3 memory and said, okay, so time to continue. So that's my favorite Masty stack. And it also, this same stack really works well for Dynasmon. For all the same reasons, split as above, Dynasmon now becomes 3 because he's also a 4. And you really want a Dynasmon most times before you Mastemon, so your graveyard is set up because it's milling 4 cards. And, well, milling 5 total because you also have to trash the top card of your security stack. So, combined with when Mastemon comes out and trash the top card of your security stack, you should have a decent graveyard to at least pull 1 level 4 or lower. A lot of the times in matchups where I find out I just need a beefy attacker that doesn't explode on security, Lucamon comes in handy. It recovers you 1.
And came in really handy against Iron Fisted Onslaught, right?
Ah, yes. In the security control matchup, Iron Fisted Onslaught takes care of your highest play cost. Lucamon is the highest play cost card in his deck. Everyone else is, I believe, 12.
Like 12? 12. What is Dynas? You just... Oh, Dynas right here, bro.
I am blind. Yeah.
Everything else is 12. The highest play cost is Lusa.
Yeah, so I swung into a security control player's security. He hit it, and it's like, oh, well, Lucamon dies. What? He's 13.
Yeah, the biggest thing, the hardest thing about this matchup, right, is the equivalent of people keep saying, well, as long as I have a Gazi or whatever, right? And that's why the Starmons stay in, the Rise Greymon stay in, and the Yellow or Greymon stays in. Because, everybody thinks that Modoki Betamon, Gazimon, and Terriermon, I think there's Chumon, and all that, everybody has the misconception that this just shuts down the deck. Well, not really, especially since they don't have any resist.
When I was playing my round 1 against the black player, he decided that it was a good idea to play hard cost to Chumon while I had TK and Kari up. Chumon only has 1k DP. Congratulations. Thank you for the free memory.
Yeah. Turns out, right, you have all this removal that gets rid of just... The most, I guess, they have is 2,000 DP.
Correct.
I just feel like that's the biggest oversight with certain players. They just think that this is a quick fix. If that was really a quick fix, it would probably be more than just a 2-of or a 3-of. It'd probably be maxed out in every competitive deck that you see.
Another useful thing when you have Dynasmon Wizardmon stack is your Blinding Ray become a free +3 memory.
Yep.
Because Dynasmon automatically recovers. It adds more to your graveyard for your Mastemon plays. And just getting an additional 3 memory. It's like having a reinforced memory boost on field on demand. And also just draws your card off Tapirmon. Tapirmon's really good. I might consider changing the numbers later, but these numbers worked for the current format that we're in. Another thing, if you have... Jamming Pulsemon is really good with Yellow or Gray, so he doesn't explode on security. So really, this is a preferred stack, but change your stack based on your matchup, based on...
If you have too many Tamers in your hand, you might want to make sure the stack doesn't have too much, effects on it, so you can use Rise if you really care for it. You don't want to... Like, TK isn't a dead card in your hand, especially when you can just look at your security. You recover so much, so you could just play a second TK and benefit from it. But the biggest thing to remember is if you grab a Mastemon, you will not recover. I feel like people fall into that pit trap all the time. And again, like we mentioned before during the deck profile, TK and Kari really just convinces people not to swing early, unless they're just willing to give you too much memory to do whatever you want.
Yep, and since this deck can already do a lot and your opponent has to account for a lot, just giving them that one more thing of, should I really attempt to win the game here? It really helps.
Yeah.
And of course, there are a couple awkward times when I find myself without having any level 4s. So don't be afraid to just hard cast a 6, especially if both you and your opponent has
Like
a
a
memory
memory
tamer
tamer.
out, and they're not a deck that specializes in removal. Just hard casting Andromon and going into a Dynast to fix your hand is really, really useful.
Yep.
And I think that covers... Oh, one more thing. Gatomon is great in his deck, fantastic, but sometimes you find yourself pigeonholing in, I need to recover, I need to recover, I need to recover. That leads you to decking out faster, especially if you resolve more than one Dynasmon in a turn. And sometimes just advancing your board state and forcing your opponent to answer you is more valuable than just recovering. This guy taught me that a lot, because it's like, I recovered. Okay, cool. Maduramon, all your security's gone anyway.
Oh, is it long?
Sorry, restanding with Madura.
Yeah.
Poof.
Well, he
Yeah.
did recover a lot though, but like, yeah, Mastemon's really good at recovering. But you know, also set 6 allowed just gaining memory, because gaining memory in a game that, you know, determines what you can do depending on how much memory you have, that comes in clutch. But yeah, that's all the combos we have for you guys. Auster, again, secured his invite with this deck. Hopefully this can help you guys out for any of your store championships or any of the online regionals that you guys participate in, if you really want to dust off those Mastemons and use it for set 6. So, alright, thanks for watching the video, and peace.